Okay, what's up, guys? Can I just confirm that you can hear me? Hopefully, everything is running okay. Let me just check. Back in 1 second. All right, I am back. That is so trippy. I've got my own TV on just to check in if it works, and it works. So I can now confirm I can hear myself. All right, what's up? Okay. Uh, we got 100 in here. What's up, guys? Welcome to this talk today, and we will be starting shortly. Got a couple more minutes. How is everyone? Talk to me. I can see your comments down there, so let me know how everyone is. All right, look at that. 18 in the last 2 seconds. Northern Ontario, Canada. Ontario, what's it? Ontario, Canada. What's up? New Jersey in the house. Pittsburgh in the house. PA. Where else is everyone from, guys? Let's see how international we can get this. Ireland. Top of the morning to you. That's the best I got. That is the best I've got. Should try I'll do an accent for every place I reckon. Denmark. Oh, what's the Denmark accent? I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass on that. Come back to that. All right. So some of you guys have heard this presentation before. I've cut out a lot of the crap because I always go over, don't I? I'm gonna try and make it a bit more concise today. So hopefully, not hopefully, we will be within 1 hour. 1 hour, including a 5-minute break, which is all good. What's up? Okay, numbers are creeping up. Numbers are creeping up. Sheila, did you have biscuits? I haven't had my biscuit today. I've given him a pass for today's presentation. Norfolk in the house. No, I could do a Norfolk accent. Hold on. I was just out the other day, and it was really sunny. It was that terrible. Liverpool, hey, come on, lad. Lewisham, just south, innit? Amy, I can't hear anything. Put your volume up, love. Oh, you can't hear me say that, can you? Kent, Canada, let's represent. South Africa, what's up? The Bronx, NYC. Okay. So you've got States, Ireland, Canada, in the West Midlands. Yes, Liz. Feel like a rock star on my Get Fit Rick t-shirt. Come on, son. Right, how are we doing? We're up to 200. Guys, and I'm doing my best to be on time today. I'm going to nail this on time. Right, okay, let me have a quick... Where's my volume button? Okay. New York accent, hold on. New York. I could do New York. Oh my God, why can't I think of a New York accent? Hold on. I bet I want to hear accents. New York. We're Broadway. We're in New York, baby. Come on. Can I go down to Times Square? That's so bad. I went to Kermit the Frog. All right, Atlanta, Oregon, Arizona, Holland, Surrey, Yorkshire, Ireland, Essex. Where's that? Tbilisi. Tbilisi. Tbilisi? Tbilisi. Tbilisi? Okay, guys. Listen, we are going to crack on because a lot of people are going to be tuning in on the pre-record, and normally these intros last a bit longer. So I'm going to crack on, and you can always go back and catch up. Vibe Tribe, that is the name, innit? I'm going to credit whoever gave us that name, but the Vibe Tribe, doesn't that sound epic? Because we're vibing, we're tribing, the Vibe Tribe. I love it. Hello from Israel. Yes, come on, son. Carolina, Derby. Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Nelly. Southern California. All right, what's time? It's 2 minutes past. Guys, we are going to get started. All right, cool. So, right. So, welcome to this live nutrition talk. Now, the purpose of this talk is to empower you, okay? That is my goal, is to give you the knowledge. So when you, after this presentation, moving forward, you know what you're doing. You're not clueless about this anymore. This isn't confusing. You're not going to follow another fad diet. You're going to have everything down because you've got the knowledge moving forwards in order to progress. Now, what I'm going to do, this is what it's got to. I've put a timer on myself, so I know where I'm in my presentation because I get carried away. All right, so let's get talking. So the presentation is focused mainly about weight loss. I'm a weight loss coach. That is what I do. So why are we focused on nutrition today? Now, nutrition makes up 80% of your results, okay? Now, that means only 1/5 comes from exercise. Now, when you think about, right, think about every spin class you've ever done. Think about every workout, CrossFit workout, run, walking workout, HIIT session you've ever done. That only makes up 20% of your actual results. And as people, we tend to put all our focus, right, into exercise. When you lose weight, what do you think? Running trainers on, go out for a run, lose weight. That's only 20%. 80% is your nutrition. Now, for this, I want to give you a scenario, okay? So imagine you've got a burst water pipe in your bathroom, okay? It's leaking, there's water everywhere, it's spraying everywhere, and this pipe is spilling all over your kitchen, over your bathroom. Now, what would you do? Hopefully, your answer would be you're going to turn the water off because you've got a leak, right? So you can turn the water off, stop the water flowing, and then you can fix the problem. However, what we do as people is we look for the best mop to clean up this leak. Bearing in mind, there is a leak still going on. The water's splashing everywhere, and you're looking for the best mop. So you look around, you look online, you ask your friends, and they go, listen, I've got this amazing mop. It is the lightest mop on the market, so you can mop up the water quicker than any other mop, right? Second person goes, no, my mop's much better. It's got a spinny top, so when you put it down into the bucket, it drains the water faster, meaning you can then get back to mopping quicker. Then matey boy over here goes, no, hold on. I've got the biggest, baddest mop in town, so you can soak up more water while you're mopping up, right? Bear in mind, there is a leak still going on. It's still, and we're looking for the best mop. And mop represents exercise, okay? So moving from this, right, the question is, what would you do? So you've got a leak in your bathroom, what do? You can patch it up. You can get some gaffer tape, taped it up, boom, water stopped leaking. But it doesn't stop the fact you've got a leak in your burst water pipe. This represents fad diets, weight loss drinks, surgery, whatever it is, okay? You're patching something up. You're finding a way to temporarily fix the situation. The second option is you can carry on mopping up. Splashing out, water's coming out, you're carrying on mopping, draining that, you don't going again, you're draining the mop. That represents your exercise, okay? The leak's still going on, but you are continuing to mop. The last option is, which is hopefully after this presentation, what you're going to get from this, we're going to learn to fix the leak. And this is about learning nutrition. All the fad diets, all the surgeries, all the exercises you ever learned in your life, it doesn't affect the issue, which is there's a leak going on. And a leak in this scenario represents our nutrition. So what we're going to do, I'm going to explain some terms. This stuff, hopefully, I'm going to go through it slow enough that you understand it, but fast enough that you're going to get all the information you need within the hour. Now, our body is primed to store fat. That's what it does. And the reason is because if you ever got stuck on a desert island like Tom Hanks, that your body has a way to survive. So if you've gone from eating 2,000 calories per day and now you're on a desert island where you cannot find any food, your body can always go to your fat stores to use your fat for fuel in case of emergencies. Now, that's what your body sees fat as. We see it as this ugly thing that we want to get rid of. It makes us look terrible in our clothing or whatever, makes us not feel good. For our body, it is the dry food storage. So if you go to your back of your cupboard, right, you've always got that emergency super noodles, pot noodles, baked beans, or whatever it is that goes right in the back of your cupboard. If you've got no food in the house, you open your fridge, there's nothing in there. You can always go to the back of your cupboard, right, to get out the dry food store and have those packet of biscuits or crisps in the case of emergencies. Maybe crisps, not in the case of emergencies, maybe just for fun. But that's the point. Fat to your body is putting food in dry storage cupboard. And the reason your body does that is so we don't die. That's the answer, right? It's so we don't die. If I move that there, it says so we don't die. So remember, our body isn't against us when storing fat. It's just looking for a way to survive. Now, this is how all diets out there in the world work. It's based on one principle: calories in versus calories out. So what that means is how many calories we eat every day to how many we burn off. So if you eat 2,000 calories every day and you burn off 2,000 calories, your weight will stay exactly as it is, right? If you eat more calories than you burn off, you'll put on weight because your body's going to take the extra food that you've eaten and put it in a dry storage cupboard in case of emergencies. Remember, your body doesn't see fat as a bad thing. So just to help explain that, so maintenance basically means 1 minus 1 equals 0, okay? Zero balance. If you eat in a surplus, so let's, for this presentation, we're going to use 2,000 calories as your maintenance calories. That's going to be our marker. Now your maintenance might be different to mine, my maintenance might be different to somebody else's, but just for this presentation, these are just numbers we're going to use, okay, to make this presentation nice and easy to understand. Now, if you're eating 2,000 calories, sorry, if your maintenance to maintain your weight is 2,000 calories and you're eating 2,500 calories per day, your body's got 500 calories extra. So what it does, it takes that and it stores it as fat. That's called a calorie surplus. Now, if you've got 2,000 calories per day, but you're eating 1,500 calories per day, your body's still burning 2,000. So that extra 500 calories, it has to make it up from somewhere. So it goes to our body, goes to our dry food storage cupboard, our fat stores, to use for fuel. That is called a calorie deficit. Right, we're doing good. Right, so this is understanding calories. This is the Rick Buller method. You won't find this anywhere else because this is my very own made presentation. So, as I mentioned before, we're going to use 2,000 calories as our marker. So that's to maintain your weight. So if you ate 2,000, burnt off 2,000, you won't put in any weight, you won't lose any weight. You're eating exactly what you're burning off. Right, so that means anything above 2,000 calories is called calorie surplus. So anything in that red zone, if you can see on the presentation there, is called your calorie surplus. So anything above 2,000, you're going to put on weight because your body's going to store it as fat. Now, if you go the opposite way, everything in the blue zone, if you eat lower than 2,000 calories, you're in a calorie deficit, meaning your body's going to lose weight because those extra calories you're burning off that you're not eating, your body has to get them from somewhere, so it takes it from our fat stores. Right? Does that make sense, right? Hopefully that is quite easy to understand. 2,000 calories is your maintenance. If you eat 2,000, your weight stays the same. If you eat in the red zone, you put on weight. If you eat in the blue zone, you lose weight. Bosh, come on, son. All right, so this is weight loss simplified, okay? We're going to break this down to make it super easy to understand. Now, on the right, that is 1 pound of fat. That's what 1 pound of fat looks like. If you imagine grabbing that on your stomach, that is a pound of fat. Now, that is equal to 3,500 calories. So it's an actual number associated with that. 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat. So if we want to lose 1 pound of fat per week, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 3,500 calories and I'm going to divide it by 7 days, right? So 3,500 calories divided by 7 days in a week, is 500 calories a day. So that means that scary number of 3,500 calories is simply if you ate in a calorie deficit for 7 days, 500 calories a day for 7 days, you would lose 1 pound of fat. That's it. That's it. That is weight loss simplified. 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat. Cut that out of your diet per week, you will lose 1 pound of fat. Add it to your diet per week, you gain 1 pound of fat. And that's it. So the question is, if that's the case, right, if this is all factually accurate, then why don't we just cut out 2,000 calories per day and lose 4 times the amount of weight? This is why. Okay. So it's called too much too soon. So 2,000 calories is our maintenance. Now, if you can see the blue zone here, this is our healthy deficit to burn fat. So basically what this means is if we stay within the blue zone, our body is happy to lose fat. Now, if you go further than that, you've got the gray zone. Now, I'm using these numbers as an example. 1,500, 1,000 calories aren't exactly accurate, but they're in a rough ballpark so you can understand. Now, if you cut out that many calories per day, you'll be in the gray zone. Now, you have to think about your fat burning rate like this. Imagine you've got a car, right? And you're ramming that car to 150 miles per hour, but you really want it to go to 200 miles per hour. So what do? You push the gas, you keep willing it, you're praying, you're kicking it, you're giving it everything you can, you go, come on, son, you're calling it names. How much faster would that car go? It wouldn't, right? It's hit its max. It's hit its max ability at 150 miles per hour. It cannot go to 160, 170, no matter how much you want it to, no matter how many false promises are out there, lower your spoiler, get bigger tires, or whatever it is, your car will only hit 150 because that's its max. Now, it's the same thing with our body. Our body can only burn fat at a certain rate, and we'll go over how much that is in a second. Now, our body can only burn fat at a certain rate. So no matter how much you will it, no matter how close that wedding is, no matter how good you want to look before summer hits, our body can only go to 150 miles per hour. We can't hit 200. Now, that is your gray zone. Now, when you go into the gray zone, when you try and push it and you start eating in a bigger calorie deficit than the blue zone, we start burning muscle, water, and we start crushing our metabolism, okay? So remember, the healthy amount, we're burning fat. The gray zone, that's when we start crushing our metabolism, losing water, and burning muscle. So the next point will make that nice and clear to understand. So this is the reason why we don't go Hail Mary, cut out all your calories and lose a ton of weight really quickly. So if you see there, those 2,000 calories was our maintenance, right? Now, as I mentioned before, our body is in survival mode. So if you're stuck on a desert island, how does your body survive? Well, it can always go to your fat to use for fuel. It's got a backup. Now, what if you're burning 2,000 calories per day, but you're only eating 1,000 calories per day? If you carried on burning 2,000 calories per day, right, and you're not getting any more food than 1,000 calories per day, your body will be dead in a month, and your body doesn't want that. So it's got a backup. It's got a secret tool it can always pull out, right? So it can use your fat for fuel, but if you're not eating enough calories, it's got another backup. And this other backup is reducing your metabolism. Your metabolism is the rate your body burns calories. So 1 second. So metabolism is the rate your body burns calories. So if you're eating, your maintenance is 2,000, right, and you're eating 1,000 calories, your body will go, hold on, if we carry on at this rate, we're going to be dead in a month. So what can we do? We can reduce our metabolism. So now we'll start burning 1,800, 16, 1,400, 1,200, 1,000 calories per day. So what your body does is sets your metabolism now at a lower rate. It sets it at 1,000 calories per day. Now, I really want you to comprehend what this means. So this represents all kind of quick fix and fad diets, right? Which is like lose 10 pounds in 10 days. So you've gone from 2,000 calories, but you want to lose weight really quickly, so you eat 1,000 calories per day. Your body goes, hold on, we need to survive here. So it goes down to 1,000 calories. So it sets your maintenance now at 1,000 calories per day. So you've done your 10 pounds in 10 days weight loss drinks or teas or whatever you're doing, and you've lost 10 pounds in 10 days, right? Which isn't real weight. It's, explain what that is in a second. Now you go back to eating normally. So you're going back to maintenance. Now you're eating 2,000 calories per day. Now remember, 500 calories per day is 1 pound of fat. You're eating 1,000 calories surplus per day after your crash fad diet. You're now gaining 2 pounds of fat per week. Because now you're only burning 1,000 calories a day. And this is what happens when you crash your metabolism. When you reduce your calories, go on a calorie restrictive diet, you bring your metabolism right down. So now when you go back to eating normally, you're now eating in a surplus. So you've chased these quick results, these fast, I want to lose weight quickly, I've got to look good, no speedos, mate. Now you're gaining more weight than you did before you started this. It's not your fault, right? It's how your body works. Your body's going, I don't want to die. Let's reduce the rate our body burns metabolism. So this is where all fad diets fall down. Look at that on the right-hand side, okay? Your calorie surplus is now anything above 1,000 calories. Now, listen, one meal at a Cheesecake Factory is above 1,000 calories. So you're already in a calorie surplus. Now, that gray zone, you're burning muscle, you're losing water, and you're crashing your metabolism. This is why fad diets fall down. So I really hope that makes sense. I really want to reiterate that point because that is so important to understand. Our body can only burn fat at a certain rate. If you go too far, your body has to survive. It will slow your metabolism down. you'll start burning muscle, you start losing water and crash your metabolism. Then when you go back to eating normally, you're gaining more weight than you did before. That's crazy, right? And if you don't know this information, this stuff might blow your mind. I really hope you have these like aha moments where you're like, whoa, man, this makes so much sense. I did that diet, I put the weight back on. I thought it was because I need to go back on that diet again. But actually, they're designed to crash your metabolism. Not designed for that, but that's what your body does. Cool. So this is the answer that you want to know. Some people are like, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, I want to do that. You never really get an answer. I'm going to give you the actual answers, numbers that you can take away and go, right, this all makes sense to me. So our question is, how much weight can we actually lose? What is that blue buffer zone? And the answer is 1% of fat per week. So if you weigh 200 pounds, that is 2 pounds of fat your body can burn per week. If you weigh 150 pounds, your body can burn 1.5 pounds of fat per week. If you weigh 300 pounds, it's 3 pounds of fat per week. Any more than that, right? So whatever your weight is, let's say you're 200 pounds, if you're losing 3 pounds a week, right, because you're in a bigger calorie deficit than your body can handle, tends to be water, muscle, and you start crashing your metabolism, okay? So it's really important to understand. If you want to know how much weight you can actually lose and how quickly you can use it, take 1% of your weight and do your calculations from there. And that is your answer, okay? So if you're 200 pounds, just remember, if you're 200 pounds and you lose 50 pounds, you're now 150 pounds. You have to readjust your calculations. You're no longer aiming to lose 2 pounds a week. You're aiming to lose 1.5 because your new weight is 150 pounds. That makes sense. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm actually feeling like I'm rushing through this, but I'm trying to give as much as I can in the time. So let's do a quick recap because that was a lot of information to go through. So all diets, if they're designed for weight loss, all diets are based off of calories in versus calories out. How many calories we eat to how much we burn off per day. Now, to lose weight, all you need to do is maintain a calorie deficit. That's it. You have to maintain a calorie deficit. If you eat a maintenance, you'll maintain your weight. If you eat a surplus, you'll gain weight. If you eat a deficit, you'll lose weight. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. Now, we want to aim for 1% of fat loss per week max. That's your max. That's your car hitting this maximum speed, okay? 1% of your fat per week. If you have these amazing results where you're like, oh, I lost 10 pounds in the last 10 days, it's water, muscle, and you start crashing metabolism. You've got to be very careful on this. Now, any more than 1%, you are sabotaging your long-term results. Cool. So now we're getting something fun. I'm going to call this a myth busting, right? So if you are new to this stuff, right, this stuff will blow your mind. You'll be like, this can't be real. It doesn't make sense to me. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, right? If you've done this stuff before, use this as a recap and a way to just remember things like, oh, cool, that makes sense. And with this presentation, what you're going to find, you listen to it first time, you're like, whoa, it's a lot of information. Second time, oh, okay. Third time, it makes so much sense. Fourth, fifth time, you're like, oh my God, it all clicks. So this information, when you're taking key points, right, then later on you're hearing other points, like, that makes more sense. It's like layering it up. Okay, cool. So let's move on to myth number 1. This is myth busting. So the first myth is certain foods make you fat. So when you take a look at this chart here, so you've got your 2,000 calories at maintenance, you've got burger and chips, which is probably about 1,400 calories, a pizza at 1,900 calories, donut 250, a cake at about 500, and a bottle of wine about 800 calories, right? So just looking at this chart, from everything you've learned so far, which one of these foods, if you just had this, right, if you just had one of these, which one of these foods would make you put on weight? Have a little think, have a look at that presentation, discuss it with whoever's with you in the room, make your choices, make your picks. Which one of these will make you put on weight? Bearing in mind your maintenance is 2,000. Now, you might have your answers. We've done this presentation before, so I know kind of what the answer is. Some be like, it's a pizza, it's a burger, of course it's a donut. And I can verify it is chocolate cake. Let's rephrase the question now, okay? So you've got your answer. Let's rephrase the question. Now, here's the question rephrased. Which one of these columns here goes over the green line? None, right? Anything above the green line is a calorie surplus we put on weight. Anything below, we lose weight. So which one of these foods, which one of these columns goes over the green line? The answer is none, right? None of them go over. But when you give them a label, you think, hold on, definitely a large pizza and a burger and chips takes over. But look, if you just had 1900 calories a day, you're in a 100 calorie deficit. You're losing weight eating pizza. If you had a burger and chips at 1400 calories, you're on a 600 calorie deficit. You're losing over 1 pound of fat per week by eating a burger and chips every day. I know it might blow your mind. If you're new to stuff, you might be like, what? But it doesn't matter about food. How we gain weight is the accumulation of our calories throughout the day. So if I had a large pizza at 1900 calories and then I had a 1000 calorie curry, right? Then of course I'm in a 800 calorie surplus. So of course I'm going to lose, or 900 calorie surplus. Of course I'm going to gain weight. If I ate a pizza and it was 2000 calories, I'm going to maintain my weight. If I eat less, I'm going to lose weight. So we don't gain weight from certain foods we eat. It's impossible. We only gain weight if the amount of calories we eat throughout the day goes past the green line. So obviously there's some foods that are more calories than the other. So you can fit in, like, let's look at donut. You can fit in a bunch of donuts throughout that day and still lose weight. But the pizza, you couldn't have another pizza, you'd be over. So myth number one, busted. I'm gonna do this. No foods make you fat. No foods make you fat. It's the accumulation of your calories throughout the day that will make you gain weight. But if you eat any food in the world and you stay under your calorie maintenance, you'll continue to lose weight. Myth number two. Okay, famous diets that work by magic, okay? So you've all heard, you might have said this before, everyone said this, right? Oh, does that diet work? Does that diet work? Oh, I've heard that works. Oh, Jenny down the road, she lost weight doing this diet. Oh, it's brilliant, I might try that. Right, so we're gonna break down, I'll see if you notice a common theme throughout this. Now, Weight Watchers, one of the most famous diets in the world, multi-million pound company. What they do, this isn't exact numbers of what they do, but we're going to use this example. They call calories points. Eat a certain amount of points per day to lose weight. So I'll say to you, eat under 2000 calories per day and you'll lose weight. Weight Watchers says, eat under 20 points per day to lose weight. All Weight Watchers do, they make nutrition easier to understand by giving it a point system. That's this many points, that's this. So say they call it calories, that's 600 calories. They go, that's 6 points. And of course, this isn't an exact correlation. I'll give you an example. That's 6 points, that's 12 points, that's 4 points, that's 3 points. When you accumulate your calories, make sure it doesn't go over this number and you're going to lose weight. So all Weight Watchers is, they call calories points, a multi-million pound company, bosh. Now, paleo diet, known as caveman diet, very popular CrossFitters. What you do, you stick to natural foods and low carb foods, so whole grain foods, right? And you eliminate high calorie processed foods. So processed foods are packed with calories. You're cutting them out of your diet. If your diet is full of those, you're cutting out a huge amount of calories. And when you're sticking to more natural foods, they tend to be lower in calories. Your vegetables and your salads, they tend to be low in calories. So if you change your diet and switch into that, you're going to be in a calorie deficit because you're eating lower calorie foods. Keto, one of the most famous ones for losing the most amount of fat quickly, right? Keto, you're cutting out a whole food group. You've got protein, carbs, and fats. You've got rid of carbs. You've cut out, you could argue 33% of calories, but most people, you're cutting out 50% of your calories in a day. So of course you're going to lose weight. If you cut 50% of your calories, you're cutting out your breads, your pastas, your cereals you're having every day, your sandwiches, your toast. You're cutting all that out, and you're not eating that every day. Guess what? You're going to be eating a calorie deficit. Joe Wicks, very popular in the UK. Joe Wicks basically does these recipe books, and they are calorie-controlled recipe books. You follow these recipes, i.e., you stick to these meals, which are set calories, and you will lose weight. If I give you 5 meals at 500 calories each, you're going to be in a 500 calorie deficit. That's Joe Wicks done. Slimming World. Now, Slimming World, what you're doing is you're reducing high-calorie fat foods, and you're sticking to low-calorie foods. Makes sense, right? And also they name foods sins, and you cut out sins. So all sins are high-calorie foods. If you cut out the high-calorie foods and you stick to low-calorie foods, you're going to be in a calorie deficit. That's it. That's all diets. Every diet you've heard of in the world designed to lose weight works off calories in versus calories out. Weight Watchers, paleo, keto, Joe Wicks, Slimming World, calories in versus calories out. There's no magic behind them. There's no, if you do this, it's actually got a magic trick how it burns fat. It's just a calorie deficit, and it's a different approach to it. Myth 2, Done. All right, next. Does all make sense, guys? Hope so. Okay, myth number 3, lose weight quicker with a quick fix. Juice cleansers, weight loss teas, Herbalife, low calorie crash diets, cabbage soup diet, master cleanse. Master cleanse. Now, we already discussed this, right? So you've got your blue zone. If you're a healthy amount, your body can lose weight. Your body can only burn 1% of fat per week. Any more than 1% tends to be muscle, water, and you start crashing your metabolism. Now, all of these diets, right? Every single one of these you're seeing on here, they are for a limited time. Now, you have to imagine your body, your muscles, like a sponge. It's like 75% water. When you go on these crash diets and you're eating in a gray zone, we'll call it the gray zone, crash diet, our body simply squeezes that sponge and all the water falls out. You jump on the scales, you're lighter. You've lost weight. This juice diet works, right? Because instead of eating 2,000 calories per day, you're now eating 800 calories per day for 8 days, 10 days, and you've lost 10 pounds, right? You've crashed your metabolism, you've burnt muscle, and you've lost water because you dehydrate your muscles. So when you jump on, you've lost weight. Wow, this works. Let me tell my friends, let me spend another 500 quid on another one of these. As soon as you go back to eating normal, your body takes that sponge and it dips it in a bucket of water and you weigh more. All these quick fixes are dehydration tactics. They are designed to dehydrate your body of water. So when you jump on the scales, you have lost weight. When you come off, you will gain the weight when you go back to eating normally. And what most people say, right? They go, oh, it's my fault because I was on that diet. I lost all this weight. I was doing so good. I just let myself go. I need to get back on it. And that's how you get caught in this trap. I need to get back on that diet to lose weight. There's a reason these diets only last for 7 to 10 days because you can only dehydrate your body of a certain amount of water before you've hit your max. So that's all it is. It's dehydration. Lose weight through losing water from your muscles. Gain the weight back when you eat normally again. Come jump on our package again and pay 500 quid. So that's all they are. I mean, juice cleanse, you're drinking like juices instead of food, like limited calorie juice, like 800 calories a day. Weight loss teas. I mean, it's literally anything you can call. If you're eating a calorie deficit, you can call anything a quick fix diet. I can say, knock this bottle on your head and eat 1,500 calories a day and you'll lose weight. Quick fix diet. Anything works. So I can say the one squat diet. Do a squat, right? Stand up and then eat within a calorie deficit, you'll lose weight. The one squat diet. I'm a millionaire from this. That's all it is, right? It's a load of crap. It's a load of crap. Herbalife, you're exchanging food for calorie restricted shakes. Low calorie crash diets, we discussed that. Cabbage soup diets. Instead of food, you're eating cabbage soup every day. Cabbage soup's got hardly any calories in it. Imagine how much of a calorie deficit, how much you're crashing metabolism, losing water and losing muscle. Master cleanse. I want to do this? Drink salt water every morning with lime, maple syrup, cayenne pepper all day, right? And then you finish at night with a laxative tea to cleanse your body. Cleanse it of what? I just want you to get an idea right behind this because it is so crazy what's going on in the world. And I just want you to get an idea. And now, I want to move myself. I'm going to give you a little bit more of an example here. Now, that is quick fix diets, right? Now, I want to get a little bit more extreme because I want you to see the madness that's going on in the world. Because all you need to know, if you want to lose weight, you have to eat in a calorie deficit. That's it. You can have a 1,900 calorie pizza every day if your calorie is 2,000 and you'll still be in a 100 calorie deficit. It will work because you're in a calorie deficit. Now, without that knowledge, this is what other people are doing. Some people are getting surgery. They're getting gastro bypass surgery where they're cutting their stomach in half. Because you can't eat in a calorie deficit, we're going to cut off half your stomach. So you can only stomach a certain amount of food, right? Now, I remember I did this presentation before and I read one of the comments later and it said, oh, actually surgery's got a huge benefits, blah, blah, blah. What we're talking about is losing weight. What surgery is the solution, is extreme solution because you're in such a dire situation. You've got to gain so much weight that surgery has become an answer. We've not fixed the leak. We've not fixed the nutrition, right? What we're doing is patching up with tape. Now, I'm not saying surgery doesn't work. Of course it works. I mean, the amount of people who lost extreme amount of weight because now you're eating 400 calories a day instead of 2,000 or 3,000 calories a day. Of course it works, and it does work for really obese people that are going to die, right? Is it? But you can do all this without surgery. That's the point. And by putting gaffer tape over the leak does not change the fact there is a leak. If you are eating processed foods every day and you're eating crap for breakfast every day and you're binging and you think, oh, I've gained all this weight, let me get surgery. Does that surgery affect what your diet was before? No, because the diet has not changed. Your mentality behind it has not changed. Eating processed food, ordering takeouts has not changed. So the point is, this is extreme because you're not tackling the solution. You're not taking, not tackling the cause of it all. You're gaffer taping it up, hoping that leak won't burst again. Sleeping Beauty diet. Here's one. Take sedatives, right? Sleep 18 hours a day so you don't eat as many calories as you're eating. The Sleeping Beauty diet, ladies and gentlemen. Tapeworm diet. This is true, right? This actually exists. Tapeworm diet. You eat a tapeworm egg. That egg hatches I'm not making this stuff up. That egg hatches inside your stomach. So when you eat food, the tapeworm eats the food for you. Because you can't eat below 2,000 calories, you're like, no, I have to eat 3,000 a day and I want to lose weight. Let me employ a tapeworm in my stomach to help me out. It's so mad. The cotton wool diet, which I looked up again, and it's all tissue diet as well. Cotton ball, you dip cotton balls, right? Cotton wool balls in oil. You swallow it so it slips down your esophagus, and you fill your stomach up with cotton balls or tissue in order to fill your stomach up because you're eating too much food. I just want you to take a minute, right? Think about your kids. Think about their future. Think about everyone around you. That this is the solution that people are going to because they don't know about eating in a calorie deficit. They don't know that, hold on, if I just didn't eat as much food or I controlled how many calories I ate, then I can lose weight forever for the rest of my life. But we are cutting our stomachs in half. We are taking sedatives, we're eating tapeworms, and we're stuffing our stomach full of cotton balls and tissue because we don't have the knowledge about calorie deficit. So when I said before, I said it in the emails, and I said, this, if you don't know stuff, this is life-changing. That sounds like quite an extreme thing to say, but it really is. Once you know this stuff, this changes everything. You're no longer doing fad diets. You're no longer doing shakes. You're not doing surgery. You have got the knowledge now to go, hold on, I know exactly how this works. I never have to fall down that trap again. So when Sandra down the road goes, listen, have you tried this new 10-pound in 10-day diet? Like, listen, Sandra, sit down and have a cup of tea and let me explain how this works. Right, myth number 3. Bosh, done. Okay, we're going on to myth number 4. Now, myth number 4 is certain exercises will make you lose weight. I'm going to move me up here. Certain exercises will make you lose weight. Right. You may have heard this before, right? This one burns 1,000 calories now, blah, blah. Right, I want to get an idea here. So you've got a chart here of exercises of how many calories you can burn in an hour. 300 calories for walking, hula hooping, whoop, whoop. 430 calories, riding a bike, blah, blah, blah. And you've got boxing right at the top of the end scale, 800 calories per hour. Okay, now, if I said to you which one of these will make you lose weight, right? Some people say, oh, it's got to be the boxing because it burns the most amount of calories, right? This is why nutrition is 80%, right? Think about this, right? Think about any exercise in the world, any exercise. It's about burning a certain amount of calories, right? That's what exercise is. You're burning a certain amount of calories. Now, boxing's at the top here, 800 calories now. Okay, I'm doing boxing every day, 800 calories. What if I'm eating, bearing in mind 2,000 is my maintenance, what if I'm eating 4,000 calories a day, right? I'm burning 800 and I'm eating 4,000 calories a day. How much of a calorie deficit am I in? None. I'm gaining weight. I'm boxing and I'm gaining weight. The truth is, right, exercise, and this will blow your mind, right? But it'll make sense in a second. Exercise does not make you lose weight. Now, exercise can help assist you in the goal of getting into a deficit, right? That's different. But in terms of doing an exercise and I'm physically burning fat on my body, I'm doing this exercise, or I'm doing tricep extensions, oh, I've lost fat on my arm. It doesn't exist. It's a myth. Now, I'll show you why nutrition trumps exercise. Look on the left here. You could eat, let's say, look, that's KFC there, delicious. We'll had a KFC in our lifetime. Or maybe you haven't, but we'll had a KFC in our lifetime. In 10 minutes, That's 1100 calories. You could eat fast food. You could eat 1100 calories in 10 minutes. Now, if I went on a spin class for 40 minutes, I can burn 400 calories. In 10 minutes, I ate 1100. In 40 minutes, I burnt 400 calories, right? How many meals would you have throughout the day? That's one meal. How many meals would you have out through the day? 2, 3, maybe 4 with a couple of snacks? How many workouts you can do in a day? One, right? Maybe one every other day. So you're burning 400 calories, yet you're consuming 4,000 calories a day. This is why nutrition is 80%. If you're consistently eating a calorie surplus, it does not matter what exercise you do in the world. You will not lose weight. But that doesn't mean exercise won't assist you. Now, we'll get into how this all applies in a second, okay? But I hope that makes sense. That's a myth number 4 busted. There is no exercise that will make you lose weight. It can assist you in a calorie deficit, but exercise alone will not make you lose weight. It all comes down to your diet. Your diet dictates whether you gain weight, you maintain, and you lose weight. That's it. Right. We are going to go. Look at that. 5 minutes. I smashed that. Okay, cool. I did that a good amount of time. We're going to take a quick break. I want you to have a little, wee break or whatever. Grab a cup of tea break. We're going to call this, I said 5 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes. We say 3 minutes. We're going to resume back here in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. We're back in the game. All right. I'll be back in 3 minutes, guys. Have a little break, have a little breather, grab a drink or whatever. Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. We are back. Let me check some of these comments. I had to hide the comments because I was getting distracted when I was running the presentation. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Kim, this is so interesting. Tomorrow, serious tracking starting. Yes, you get a full action plan on this second half. Boom, boom, boom. Kathy, how can I track my metabolism? Don't worry, we're going to go all over all that. You're going to get all of this. You're going to walk away from this presentation feeling so confident that you know what's going on. Yeah, kickstarting your metabolism, a big one. I'll go over that towards the end. All right, cool. We are looking good, guys. Are we all back in the room? I'm hoping we're all back in the room. Okay, we're going to get to the how do you reset metabolism? Don't worry, I'll go over that. Any metabolism issues, I'll go over that. It's so funny because everyone who says, how do you sort your metabolism out? It's like, I kind of went on a little cleanse diet. Sheila said he went for a milk and a biscuit, just so you know. Yep, you are correct. And I don't know why my wife sets me up with this mug every time. She keeps taking the hubby mug and she leaves me with the wifey one. So I don't want to show it off. Right, guys, we're going to start with the second half. I'm really determined to be on time. Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to get into the second part of this presentation. I know that was a lot of information. So let's okay. No recap there. Right, we're going into the second part. Right. Okay, now we're talking macronutrients. I know the first half of the presentation was a lot of information, right? Hopefully it makes sense, you understand it, but just remember, this presentation, you have the link to this. You can watch this as many times as you want. You can even put me on double speed if you want to skip through it. You won't get all this the first time, but this can be your go-to. You can always come back to this presentation to get full understanding, and you will pick up stuff you didn't pick up the first time that you get the second time, okay? Okay, so now we're talking macronutrients. Now, all food is broken down into three categories. You've got your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. Your proteins are designed to build muscle. Your carbs are designed as your energy foods. This is like your petrol, okay, to your car, your gas to your car. And your fats, these are used to transport hormones around the body, and they're for your skin, your nails, stuff like that. Okay, your proteins, these are stuff like your fish, your poultry, your beef, your chicken, tofu, eggs. Carbs, like your breads, your pastas, your rice, all stuff like that. And your fats, these are like your olive oils, avocados, cheeses, egg yolks. That's that, okay? Now, important thing I want you to note here is in 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. And 1 gram of fats is 9 calories. There's a reason this is important. I'm bringing this up. And I'm only telling you stuff that you need to know, okay? Now, why does that matter? Let me push me back to this corner down here. Actually, should I go this? That's a better corner. I'll go down there. I don't think the presentation's in that part. So why does that matter? Now, in this oil, that in that cup there, that is 1 cup of olive oil, okay? How many calories, or any oil, in fact, how many calories, just looking at that, would you say that is? Just looking at, take an estimate in your head, what do you reckon that is? Because this is a faster presentation, I'm going to tell you, this glass, this cup, this 1 cup of oil is 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories, because per gram it's double proteins and fat, protein and carbs, right? Now, why is this important? Now, you may be on this health kick, you may be going to a restaurant, you may be going, listen, I'm on it, I'm going to order a salad from Cheesecake Factory, I'm all over this, I'm killing it. The reason this is important, because when you get the ingredients, if you have chicken and lettuce and stuff, like, cool, that's this amount of calories, I can eat in a calorie deficit. This is why it's important. Let's just say on the right, I've got an example of chips and fried chicken or whatever. You might have a little portion of this and a little portion of that. Now, those are soaked in oil. Now, you imagine they're like a sponge. You've got a burger where you get a burger and you squeeze it and you see all this oil come out. Same thing with chips, and you've got greasy chips, or same thing with fried food. Now, when they're cooked in the oils, I'm not saying they soak up 2,000 calories, but it's completely possible that they're soaking up 2, 3, 4, 500 calories. So where you've gone for chicken and think, oh, that's only 200 calories on my tracking app, when you fry it and you stick it in oil and it soaks up that oil, you are adding a few more 100 calories to your food than you thought you was before. Now, restaurants do not cook for health. They cook for flavor. That's their job, is to make food taste good. So that's why it's important to know. even small portions of certain foods can be calorific, right? From hidden calories you don't realize. That's why I want to bring that one up. Now, with all foods here, let me push me here. There we go. So with all foods, there is the good and there is the bad. Now, with your carbohydrates, your energy food, right? So your good stuff are like your whole grain stuff, your vegetables, your salads, your lentils, your beans, your whole grains, whole grain pastas, stuff like that. That's the good stuff. The bad stuff or refined stuff, we call it bad, but refined stuff, processed stuff, your sweets, your chocolates, your sodas, your sugary cereals, your white breads, your white pastas, right? So that's the good, the bad. Now fats, you've got the same thing. The good, right, is your avocados, your walnuts, your almonds, coconut, fatty fish. These are good, healthy fats. Now the bad fats, your hydrogenated fats, right? So this is your fried stuff, your bacons and your margarines and oil, sunflower oils and things like that. Now, when we're talking in the calorie deficit, right, you want to lose weight. That's your goal. You want to lose weight. So we have to eat in the calorie deficit. Then fine. Then what needs to change? I can eat McDonald's every day and lose weight. Yes, you can. I can have a pizza every day and lose weight. Yes, you can. Why don't we do that? Why do we go, that's not a good idea? Why are we sticking to salads and vegetables, stuff like that, if all we need is a calorie deficit to lose weight? The reason is a diet high in processed foods, such as your cereals and sodas, stuff like that, can lead to heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Okay? A diet high in bad fats can lead to high cholesterol, clogged up arteries, heart disease, and stroke. This is why there is the good side and the bad side. All of these foods on your screen you can have in your diet and live a long, healthy life. But if your diet is dominated in the bad sources of these foods, then this can lead to all these other complications. And that is why there is a difference between the good side and the bad side. This is why someone who's completely out of shape generally will have a diet full of refined carbs. And I'll explain why that is important. Okay, so that is the good versus the bad. Now, this is really important. This is the effects of sugar on your diet. Now, when I say sugar, this also counts for things like white breads, cereals, white pastas, white rice. These have the same effect on your blood sugar levels as the whole grain sources do. Okay, so when we have a diet, listen, let's use, when we use the term sugar or refined carbs, whatever you want. This is why donuts, right? Sweet chocolates, associated with getting you fat, right? This is why. When you have them, they spike your blood sugar levels. That makes sense, right? You have something high in sugar, it spikes your blood sugar levels. Now, our body, to counter this, releases a hormone called ghrelin. No, sorry, a hormone called... why have I lost my train of thought here? He's lost it. He's lost it. I completely forgot. Anyway, I've had a blank here. I was thinking about something else. Blood sugar levels, blood spikes, it releases... I've lost it. Anyway, your insulin, my goodness. I had a proper brain fart then. Don't know what happened. So you have sugar, your body spikes blood sugar levels. Your body releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin job is to bring your sugar levels back to normal. Sounds great, right? But what happens when you have a diet high in sugar, you see it goes up on a chart, it spikes. When it spikes, it has to crash. It's like a roller coaster. It goes up, has to go down. When it crashes, it hits the bottom. That is when we feel lethargic, that's when we feel tired, that's when we feel hungry, that's when we're craving something to pick our sugar levels up. So we go for a chocolate bar, sweets, chocolate, we crave this sweet. So we have that, right, to pick us up, and boom, what happens? It spikes. It gets to the top, it crashes. It spikes, crashes. And our diet ends up going like this every day. This is where hunger comes in. This is where if you're like constantly feeling hunger, the chances are your diet is higher of refined foods that actually make your blood sugar spike up and down. Our goal with that diet is to stay within that green zone, is to help just keep your sugar levels like this, right? Now, when you have foods, for example, if you went from having sweets, chocolates, and sodas to having like vegetables and salads and whole grain sauces and quinoa or couscous and brown pasta, brown rice, right? They have little effects on your blood sugar levels, little ripples. So this is the effects of sugar in our diet. When you have them, they spike and they have to crash. When they crash, you crave them more. They go up. So in order to sort out your hunger, sort out your cravings, in order to sort out this constant need to have sugar in your diet, we want to keep our blood sugar levels as even as possible. Okay, so losing fat and not muscle. So now we're talking body composition. So I'm going to move me over here. Now, if you just, so this is where we're getting a little bit deeper now. So I was talking about fat loss, I was talking about weight loss. It is weight loss in everything we spoke about before. Now I'm going to talk about fat loss. Okay, so there's a difference between losing weight and losing fat. Like I said, you can do a fad diet and lose 10 pounds of weight from water, right? But it's not necessarily fat. Now, so we're talking body composition here. Now, if you just ate in a calorie deficit, if that was your only thing you cared about, eating calorie deficit, right? You would lose weight. You'd shrink, right? Like the guy on the left, and you will become what's called skinny fat. So your fat stays the same, but you shrink. What your body does, it starts losing water. It starts losing muscle, right? Forget the water, let's concentrate on muscle. It starts burning muscle for fuel, and I'll explain why that happens in a second. Our body will start burning muscle fuel, so you'll start shrinking. This is why some people, when they lose weight, they don't get all shredded and ripped and like, oh, six-pack on a beach, mate. Look at me, I look so good, mate. They just get smaller because their body's not necessarily burning fat as a primary fuel. It's actually burning muscle. Now, to get lean, if you look on the right-hand side there, when we're talking about fat loss, there's a couple of things we need. We need to be calorie deficit. We need to eat enough protein, and we need to lift weights. We need to do resistance training, okay? And don't be scared of resistance training. We'll come into that in a second. But difference between weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss, calorie deficit, that's it. You will be losing a lot of muscle when you do that, a lot of water, and won't necessarily be burning fat. Now, fat loss, calorie deficit, eat enough protein, and lifting weights. Okay. So, here's a question. Why is it so hard for us to lose weight? Why is it so hard for us to lose weight? If it's just a calorie deficit, why is it so hard? This is why. Our body chooses to burn in this order: carbohydrates, proteins, and then fat. Fat is the last thing on the list. Remember what I described fat as the beginning. It's the dry storage cupboard. If you're hungry, you ain't going to go right to the back of the cupboard pulling out tins and tins and tins to get some food. You're going to go to your fridge. You're going to get the fresh stuff, the stuff that's available to you quick, right? Even a packet of crisps or a biscuit, whatever's at the front, that's what you can go for. You ain't going to be digging around the back of the cupboard to find out those old super noodles, unless, of course, that's what you fancy. But that is what fat is to your body. It is emergency fuel. Only break open in case of emergencies. That's it. Break open in case of emergencies. Other than that, carbs and proteins fill your boots. So, because it's the reason it's hard to lose weight is because your body burns carbs first, protein second, and fats last. It will always choose to burn protein, muscle over fat. The reason is it takes 20 minutes to 1 hour to break down carbs. It takes around 4 to 8 hours to break down protein. Sorry, it takes 4 hours to break down proteins, and it takes 8 hours to break down fat. Now imagine you're trying to be the most efficient person possible. You've got something that takes 1 hour, something that takes 4 hours, something that takes 8 hours. Why on earth would you go for the thing that takes you 8 hours if they achieve the same job? And that is how your body works. Let me check that's plugged in. Got so passionate, took my earphones out. So that is why it's hard to lose fat. Now, there are other factors involved, and the age and your gender does affect that. Now, women, as you get older, your body is designed to store fat. The reason is, as you get older, your body needs fat for hormonal balance. If you looked at a body fat chart of what is the ideal body fat at 21 years old, and you compared that to 50 years old, what would be considered obese, overweight at 21 would be your ideal at 50, because you need more fat as you get older, okay? So if you're a little bit older and you're going, oh yes, I've got this picture of when I was 21 years old, I want to get back to that. Listen, those days are done. You're going to start a brand new chapter with a brand new you, okay? You've had your heyday, you enjoyed it, we're on to a new chapter. So your gender does affect it, right? Time of the month affects it as well. Sometimes you can't lose weight. If it is your time of the month and you're on, you may gain weight even though you're doing everything correctly. And again, your age, as you get older, your body is primed to store fat. Now, guys don't have that problem, right? Guys don't need fat for hormonal balance, or as much fat, right? That's why your husband, the guy you want to kick in the leg because you go on the same diet and you lose 1 pound and lose 10 pounds, you're like, God damn it. Guys can lose weight and gain weight much easier because their body doesn't care. It's like, yeah, fill your boots, mate. I don't mind. Where women, your battling against your body's instinct to store fat. So how do we burn fat? So moving forward, I'm going to give you an action plan now. So I'm not just giving you the knowledge, I'm giving you a plan you can follow. So how to burn fat? You have to be in a calorie deficit, we discussed that. So you have to be eating less calories than your maintenance. You have to include strength training. So what we're doing with the strength training is we're giving our body a reason. So remember, carbs first, protein second, which is also your muscle, and then fat is last. Why would your body go from carbs to fat? We have to give it a reason to leave protein alone. Why would it leave protein and go straight to fats? Strength training. We're going to include some sort of resistance, squatting, pressing, crunches, whatever it is, okay? We're going to include strength training in our regime. We're telling our body, listen, we need this muscle to support this activity. You have to go somewhere else to get fuel. Your body goes, well, you're doing all these squats. I mean, I don't want to come here and ruin the party. Fats. It's me and you, baby. In fact, it's like, what? Come on. That's one of the reasons. You're giving your body a reason to leave protein alone because you need it for the activity you're doing. That's where strength training comes in. Now, step 3, you need adequate protein. So you're exercising muscle, but you have to give it enough protein to sustain that muscle. And also, your body does use a little bit of protein when it burns fat. So it's better that is coming from your diet than coming from your body. So eating enough protein, strength training, and eating calorie deficit, they are your rules to burn fat and not muscle. Okay, let's do a quick recap because that's so much information. I don't want to overwhelm you guys again. This is designed that you can watch this back again, so please don't get overwhelmed. Now, all food is categorized into 3 categories, okay? Your proteins, your carbs, and your fat. A diet high in processed foods and sugary foods will crash and spike your blood sugar levels. This is linked to heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and high blood pressure. This is why we don't have a diet that is just dominated by crap food. We can have in our diet, our body can process any food in the world. It can do anything. Your body is amazing. It can process any food in the world. But if our diet is predominantly these foods, there's other issues we have to look at. It's our health. Now, our body always chooses to burn muscle over fat because it's quicker, right? So we are in a battle against our body's natural instinct to store fat and burn muscle. So we want to burn fat, right? Build muscle. Our body goes, nah, bruv, I want to burn muscle and store fat. And you're like, this is annoying because we're living the same life together and we've got complete opposite views, but that's how it works. So we have to give our body a reason, right? As we discussed, give our body a reason to burn fat and not muscle. Why would it burn fat over muscle? Because we're in a calorie deficit. Cool. We are strength training. We are using the muscle. So our body can't burn it because we need it for the activity we're doing. 3, we're eating enough protein. Your body needs protein to burn fat. It's got it from your diet. Boom. So getting started, we are moving into an action plan I've got for you guys. This is something you can take away, right? I'm not holding anything back. This is everything you need to move forwards and nail this. Fix this for the rest of your life. If this is a leak in your life, you can fix this for the rest of your life, or just brush up on your knowledge. Right, so can I put me smaller in this corner? Let me see. No, I can't. I'm going to put me up there. I'm just moving me around. That's probably a better position. All right, our objectives, right. So this is your plan moving forward. So first thing we need to do, we need to control our calorie intake. We are going to control the amount of calories we're eating every day. If we've got control of the calories we're eating, then we can control when we're in surplus, when we're in maintenance, when we're losing weight. Second one, we're going to maintain a calorie output. So we are going to move a certain amount per day that we're burning a certain amount of calories. So we've controlled how much we're eating, we've controlled how much we're moving, right? And the last one, we're going to work on improving our lifestyle. We're going to make lifestyle changes to help us on our journey. So the first one is tracking your calories. Now, when it comes to tracking your calories, I will say this, right? You've probably had an alcoholic drink in your life. And there are people that have had an alcoholic drink in their life and they've turned into alcoholics, right? That doesn't make alcohol the worst thing in the world, right? You can have a drink, have a glass of wine, and it's not an issue. For some people, they take it too far, right? So when it comes to tracking calories, this brings up a very opinionated thing where people go, no, I don't do any of that rubbish, mate. No, he's taking it too seriously. It doesn't take the fact away from this works. This is the most accurate way you can get to your results. This is like the most bulletproof way you can get your results. If you don't want to do calorie tracking, that's up to you, but you're making things so much harder for yourself. So I will say, this is where you want to start. Now, MyFitnessPal is a free app by Under Armour. You can download it, set up your profile. Now, the great thing when you're tracking your calories, this is why we track calories, this is what makes it so good. First thing, you get to understand food. You understand food content. You put a food, oh, I'm going to have, I don't know, let's just say a macaroni cheese. And it'll tell you a breakdown, your protein, carbs, and fats, saturated fats, sugar, blah, blah. And you'll look at that and go, oh, wow, look how many calories are in that. Then you may get a burger, then you may get this food or a snack. You'll start to understand foods and calories. You'll start to go, hold on, why would I eat one of those when I can eat 10 of these? Why would I have like just this small little snack when it's actually going to ruin the rest of my day? Or why don't I have this massive meal because I'm only going to, I'm not going to eat that much today, but I can have something I really enjoy. This empowers you, right, to understand food, understand calories, and fully take control of your life. Now, it will also get you numbers. So if you want to know how many calories to maintain your weight, how much to lose weight, how much to gain weight, MyFitnessPal will give you those numbers. You learn about food content, you understand how calories work. It's an easy way to track your results, and you can have a balanced diet. This is so important, guys. Listen, this is what I want you to take away from this whole thing. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want, for the rest of your life. All you have to do is balance it out. Pizzas aren't bad. McDonald's ain't bad. A snack bar, biscuits ain't bad. Crisps ain't bad. None of this stuff is bad because your body knows how to deal with it. If you have a diet high in these foods, then of course there's going to be complications. But if your diet is balanced, then you don't have to worry. If you're not having a McDonald's every day and you have it once now and then, it's fine. Have it. You can do what you want. You should never, ever, ever feel guilty about eating certain foods. And I want you to take that away. I want you to feel empowered when you leave this presentation to know that you can literally have whatever you want in your diet. As long as you're maintaining your balanced diet, your calories and stuff like that, you're always going to get results. That's the power of this. That's why it's so life-changing. Now, my recommended, so I'm discussing fat loss now. My recommended macro split is 40% proteins, 30% carbs, and 30% fats. Now, it will ask you on there when you set up your profile of your activity. This is what I want you to do. If you exercise 1 to 2 times a week, you can set it to lightly active. If you exercise 3 to 5 times a week, you can set it to active. And if you set it to, if you exercise 6 to 7 times a week, you can set it to very active. Now, what MyFitnessPal is going to do is going to give you a certain amount of calories according to your activity. So you may set MyFitnessPal to lose 1 pound of fat per week, right? And your activity is 3 to 5 times per week. Let's say you set it to active and you set it to lose 1 pound of fat. When you plug your calories in, and just say your fitness tracker is attached to MyFitnessPal, it will say you've also burnt 1,000 calories, right? It will say you've burnt 1,000, and it will give you an extra 1,000 calories to get to your maintenance. I do not want you to do that. What you want to do when you set your activity level and set your calories, I want you to stick to the calories it's giving you. And if it does change, if it does add in exercise, if you look on the right on this little diagram here, it says exercise 240 calories. That gives you an extra 240 calories. Remember, whatever calories it gives you, stick to that. And it is trial and error. You're going to do this, you're going to track your calories. After 1 week, you're going to check your results and you can adjust accordingly. But we're maintaining a certain calorie burn, we're maintaining a certain calorie intake. So we need to get those numbers nice and clear. So first thing is tracking your calories. Now, maintain our calorie output. Now, what I want you to do is target 10,000 steps per day. This is to live a long, healthy life. What I want you to do is hit a goal of 10,000 steps per day. What this is going to do is going to maintain a certain level of calorie output and keep your heart nice and healthy. If you ever did anything in life, I'd recommend this is your goal. Now, you also want to add in some form of strength training to your workouts. It doesn't mean you have to go to the gym, lift loads of weights above your head. This can be anything. This can be doing some squats and some push-ups or using resistance band or a TRX, but you do want to include strength training workouts. Now, if you're a little bit older and you may think, oh, this isn't for me, listen, strength training is even more important when you get older because it helps with osteoporosis and your bone density, okay? So your joints will get weaker. Strength training helps increase bone density. That is so important as you get older to keep your joints nice and safe, okay? So you do want to include some sort of strength training and maintaining 10,000 steps per day. So what we're doing, we've controlled our calories through MyFitnessPal. We know how many we're getting, we know what our goal is, and we're also maintaining a certain calorie burn per day. Now, the last one is improving your lifestyle. Now, when we lose weight, when we burn fat, when we build muscle, this all happens when we sleep, not when we're exercising. We do not burn 1 gram of fat when we're exercising. It all happens when we're sleeping. You want to aim for 8 hours per night. Now, I know you already. I know you're not getting 8 hours per night, but this is what your goal is. Think about when you've had 8 hours sleep and how alive and energized you feel. If you feel a little bit flat and you're not getting enough sleep, it's your sleep that helps repair the body. So try and focus. Set a goal of hitting 8 hours per night of sleep, and it's definitely worth getting a tracker, and it tracks your sleep and it'll let you know how much sleep you've got, and you can make adjustments accordingly. Reducing your stress. When your stress hormone is abundant in your body, your stress hormone is called cortisol. What cortisol does, it tells your body to burn muscle and store fat. So that's why people, when they go through really high stressful situations, maybe they lose a loved one or they get a divorce or something's going on in their life that's causing a lot of stress, they might lose a lot of weight. What happens, they're releasing a cortisol hormone, they're losing all their muscle, right? They're just shrinking. Their body's storing fat and losing muscle. So yes, they're losing weight on visually, they get smaller, but that's their muscle. They're also gaining fat. So reducing your stress and cutting things out stressful in life is so important. And alcohol, listen, it's okay to have a drink every now and then, but what I would recommend, right, if you are a big alcohol drinker, alcohol is empty calories. You're drinking these calories, right, where this could be food. This could be food that's helping fuel you. What alcohol does, it becomes your primary energy source when you drink it. So let's just say you've eaten a whole day of really healthy food, you're doing well, you're smashing it, you've done your exercise. Now you've got chicken breasts and salads and all this stuff, and you're like, when you drink alcohol, that is a poison to your body. Your body directs all this energy to breaking down alcohol. Now everything you've eaten that was healthy now goes to fat, because it creates you in a calorie surplus, right? So what alcohol does, it tells your body to store fat, burn muscle, and slow your metabolism down. So alcohol is literally like, can you lose weight and drink alcohol? Of course you can, it's 100% done. But you can also go up a hill with roller skates on. Yes, it can be done, but you make it so much harder for yourself. So what I'd recommend, while you're getting on this diet, when you're like changing your life, you're making these choices, think about a train, right, running on the tracks. Once that gets up to speed, it's like, bah, it's going. Or you're, do you want to constantly be stopping that train at every station on your journey? Or do you want to go, listen, let me just get on this, right? Get that train up to like top speed and lose weight and get it. So when it comes to alcohol, yes, you can lose weight and do it, but I really recommend focus on changing lifestyle, making these choices, cutting it out temporarily, and you can reduce it back in. Now, we'll give you another thing. If you want to make good choices, there are better choices to make on alcohol. Clear spirits, like vodkas and gins, are better for your body. And low calorie or no calorie sodas, like diet sodas and stuff like that, your body can process them better. So basically, it's like, what's better, a fist to your face or a baseball bat to your face? I'd rather get punched in the face than a baseball bat to my face. That's what a better choice of alcohol is. I'll leave that with you. I don't want to spend too much time on that. You can look that up anyway. Okay, so here are my tips. Small changes for huge results. This is my tips I recommend my clients. These all get amazing results. So first one, avoid drinking calories. Let's just example 2,000 calories per day, right? And let's just say you're eating 2,000 calories per day. You're maintaining your weight. You're happy. You maintain your weight. And every day you go to Starbucks and you have a 500 calorie frappuccino with a sandwich, right? 500 calories surplus, you're putting 1 pound of fat per week. And that is a drink you don't even notice. You're just drinking it, you're like, yeah, this is nice, just have a little snack. That could be food that you're having, or that could have put your maintenance, or that could even be a calorie deficit. Let's just say you've had a lunch that's 500 calories, and then you've had a dinner that's close to 1,000 calories, 2 meals in a day. Maybe that's like 750 and 750, right? And your goal is to lose weight, eat 1,500 calories a day, and you have that one drink. That drink you don't even notice. That will put you in maintenance. So all your results, you could improve by cutting out calories. This includes full fat sodas. This includes lattes, juices. Actually, a myth about juice, is it in here? No, it's not in there. But fruit juices. A lot of people think fruit juices is really healthy for you. Fruit juice is one of the worst things you can have. When you take an orange, right? Let's say an orange. You squeeze that orange out, you may get that amount of juice out that orange, right? Now, to get a full glass, you're probably squeezing 5, 6, 7 oranges into that glass. Now, when you drink that, what you're doing, instead of taking something that your body can manage, this nice piece of fruit, this apple or orange that your body can process happily, you're taking 8 of these and drinking it into a sugary shot. So what we're doing, spiking our blood sugar levels, crashing them, spiking. So that's the only time fruit becomes bad, is if you blend it up and you drink it in one shot, okay? So avoid drinking fruit juices. When you go to a restaurant, ask for your sauces on side. If you get salad or something, get your sauce on side. Then you've got full control over what goes over your food. As I said before, if you're in a restaurant, they're like, right? 2 tablespoons of olive oil, I think, is 300 calories. How many tablespoons is that? And someone could just easily do that, toss in the salad in there, mix in the balsamic, whatever. So get your sauces or oils on the side. Next one, cook your own food. If you're cooking your food, you know what's going in it. And also you'll notice restaurants pack their calories with loads of extra calories. You've got full control. Prepping your meals and snacks. If you know what you're going to eat, you're less likely to fall off your diet, right? Having snacks readily available so you're less likely to eat the crap or buy and go out and binge. Next one, cook with 1 calorie pan spray. There's a spray you see quite popular now. They're 1 calorie spray on your pan. If you're cooking, instead of using oil and cooking it in that, which may be like another 100 calories to your food, just use a 1 calorie spray. Oils the pan up. You can cook with that. Use sweetener instead of sugar. Instead of using sugar, trade it for sweetener. Stevia is a natural sweetener you can use, and makes a huge difference in your calories. Instead of having sugar, you're going for something that's 0 calories. Again, reducing your sugar intake. This is so important. I want you to, next time you go to the supermarket, start looking at the back of sugar intake. You'll notice this a lot in yogurts and things like that, right? 1 little petit flou yogurt is 3 teaspoons of sugar. I literally get 3 teaspoons of yogurt out of it. It's 3 teaspoons of sugar. So trying to cut out, reducing your sugar intake overall. Pasta sauce jar. 1 jar of pasta sauce, Domino pasta sauce. Should name names. 8 teaspoons of sugar. There's hidden sugar in everything. So trying to reduce your sugar intake and being aware of it is really important. Drinking 2 liters of water per day. There was a really good study done, and basically it was there's 2 groups of people. One group, they gave 500 mils, like half a liter of water before every meal, right? And the other group, they just ate as normal. Now the group that drank half a liter of water, 500 mils of water before every meal, lost 44% more weight than those guys who didn't. Now, the chances are they're just feeling more full right from the water before they eat, so eating less food. But for an easy tip, drinking a glass of water, 500 mils of water, half an hour before your meals, and you can lose 44% more weight. Think what that looks like in a year. 44% better results, like 4 months faster results than your neighbor. Eating slower, this one's a really good one. So people that are overweight tend to be really quick eaters. The reason is because your body hasn't yet digested the fact that you're eating. So you go, bah, 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 bah. Your body goes, what are you doing down there? He goes, let me have a look. I think they're eating. You've already smashed a whole plate of KFC. I don't know, whatever you're eating. If you eat slower, it allows your body time to process the fact you're eating, and you will feel full quicker. I used to be a super fast eater. So what I do now when I eat a little bit, I put my knife and fork down, I'll have a drink. If I've got a coffee or tea, I'll have a sip of that. I'll look around, I'll talk. I'll go back to eating. I'll have little breaks in between my food. It's become a habit now. It's something I actually quite enjoy doing, taking little breaks in between. And you won't be eating as much calories as you was before, okay? And drinking water before meals, I mentioned that. Okay, so this is a plan that I give to my clients. I've given to over 10,000 clients. They get amazing results. This is just a really good, easy, you can screenshot this, an easy to follow plan, right? No one gives you the stuff. I'm giving it to you completely for free. Look, this is how you can hit your protein goal. So your protein goal, right, is 1 gram per pound of your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, it's 150 grams. What I'd recommend, if you're female, you don't need to go above 150 grams of protein. If you weigh 130 pounds, then your goal is 130 grams of protein. If you weigh 140 pounds, your goal is 140 grams of protein. If you weigh more than 150 pounds, just stick to 150 grams of protein and you are set, okay? So this is an easy to follow plan. Wake up, have a protein shake. There is nothing wrong with protein shakes. Protein shakes are powdered food. It's food that is powdered, okay? It came from when they was making the process of making cheese. The stuff that was left over, they checked it and went, this is high in protein. They sold it as a shake, okay? But protein shakes, there's nothing wrong with them. They're completely fine. And vegans are really good on your stomach. They taste like terrible, but vegan shakes are really good if you've got any stomach issues. So wake up in the morning, have a protein shake. Lunch, protein with a salad. Dinner, protein with a vegetable. Snack, protein snack, Greek yogurt. How easy is that to follow? A salad, salad and protein, salad and vegetable. So if I went to a restaurant and it's lunchtime, guess what? I'll just get myself a chicken salad. What if I went out to dinner? I'd get myself a steak and vegetables. Like, this is such an easy plan to follow. And look on the side, 40 grams of protein from your shake, 50 grams of protein from your salad. That's 200 grams of chicken there, for example. 200 grams of salmon, for example, 40 grams of protein. And then a nice little Greek yogurt snack with berries, 20 grams of protein. That's 150 grams of protein. So if you struggle to hit your protein goal, this is such an easy plan to follow, and you can customize it how you want. Right, that is it, guys. That is the whole presentation. That is it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that benefited you in some way. And when I say it's life-changing, what I mean is the knowledge you can learn from this. You should never now go on a fad diet again. You should never now look for these weight loss shakes and stuff like that, because it's all calorie deficit. Go on MyFitnessPal, track your calories. Right, maintain your calorie output, 10,000 steps per day. Improve your lifestyle. Try and improve your sleep, drinking your water, and then use those tips. Now, what is next? So basically, I just wanted to give you a little bit more because that was a lot, right? So what I do, if you don't know, I've got my membership platform called Get Fit with Rick, and this is if you want to know about the stuff. If not, you can click off. It's absolutely fine. These are for those guys who want to take it up a notch. So obviously, this is what I do, and there's only a certain amount I can fit in. This, when I did this before, I don't know what time it is. Ooh, went to hour and 10. Ooh, maybe it was hour and 15. Last time I did this, it was hour and 40, and there's an hour and there's 2 hours. Like, I've had to cut out a lot of stuff out of this presentation. There is a full version available on this on the membership site. Now, if you like this and you've got valuable information out of this is accessible. I've done these talks, and every week with the membership, we get to do brand new talks. Not every week, sorry, every month. Do brand new talks talking about different subjects. Now, I've got a great little offer, and it's called 10 for 10, and basically it's $10 for 10 days. Easy as that, $10 for 10 days. This can be available for the next 48 hours because it's not actually an offer I run, but I wanted to give you guys something back. Thank you for watching the presentation, getting something out of it, and I should explain what the membership platform is. So if you're like, what the hell is this? I explain. So what's included? So with the membership platform, a lot of you found me for my walking workouts. That's not all I do. I do so much, from strength workouts to HIIT workouts to all that stuff, right? But what's included on this one is ad-free workouts. So if you're on YouTube, there are a ton of ads. I do not control these ads. I've got zero control of the ads. I don't even know how many ads are on there. But because I use copyrighted music, if I use one from like BTS, I use someone from, I don't know, Britney Spears, the company who owns the music runs the adverts. They make the money and the revenue from that. I don't make money from YouTube, things like that. So they run the ads. So this membership platform is completely ad-free because it's a private platform. Now, what you get, exclusive workouts. I've got stuff from foam rolling workouts, HIIT workouts, got 10,000 80s workout, got interval workouts. If you want to take a fitness level up, interval workouts, 6,000 disco workout, dumbbell walking workouts. We've also got a few guest workouts I've got in there, which like a Pilates and yoga one. I've got a lot more coming like that. So it's exclusive workouts that aren't available anywhere else, right? Exclusive for members. The second one we've got is a full library of different workouts. So as I said, it's not the walking workouts is just that second category there. Full body workouts. We do live workouts. I'll go over Q&As, stretch and recovery stuff like foam rolling, stuff like that. Learn to exercise. I've got a series there which teaches you how to perform exercises correctly. Now, if you need a little bit of motivation, we've got a challenge. We've got a brand new one that we're running at the moment called a 16 in 4 challenge, 16 workouts in 4 days. So it's a good way to kickstart. So if you need a little bit of motivation, you need something like, I need a challenge. If you've done a 7-day challenge, for example, it kept you consistent, right? You filled that calendar, you felt like, actually, first time I'm being consistent with exercise. Well, that's what the challenges are really good for. If you need like kickstart, or you need to know somewhere to start, that's a great place. I've also got some recipes in there. Now, we do monthly live workouts. If you can see, that is my dog. Stanley boy. That is my dog passed out on the sofa while we are working out live. So every month we get the community together. Man, these are super fun, and we work out live together. It's pretty epic. We do every month we do live talks. We've got the next one. So if you sign up, you actually have access to that talk. We're doing a live talk next week. The last one we did was on habits. We've got part 2 for the nutrition, to how to set up your nutrition properly, and then exercise, how to set up your exercise plan. You can adjust it accordingly. And then obviously I discussed we've got bonus challenges on there. We've got 3 challenges at the moment: 7-day one, we've got the 10-day body blast challenge, and we've got the 16 and 4 challenge. And that is it. So that is the membership platform. So this is designed for those people that want to take it up a level. So if you're happy doing the exercise and nutrition stuff like that, and you've got everything you need, absolutely fine. If you need a little bit of guidance, if you need a little bit of GPS on your journey, that's what the platform is, okay? So it's $10 for 10 days. This works out to be $1 a day, man. I mean, 73 pence a day. I think this is worth your weight in gold, because think about the knowledge you got from this. This is what we're bringing to the party. I mean, this is there's only a certain amount of stuff I can give you, right? That was 1 hour condensed. There's only a certain stuff I can give you. If you feel like you've got a lot of knowledge from that, there's so much more left. We haven't even talked about structuring your workout regime. We haven't talked about structuring your nutrition, how to balance it around your lifestyle, habits, motivation. There's so much more, as well as the workouts. So this will go live in about 5 minutes, okay? So all you have to do is go to getfitwithrick.com. If you want to take advantage of the $10 for 10 days, this doesn't give you access to the VIP group. We've got a VIP Facebook group. It doesn't give you access to that. So just please note that when you upgrade to the full membership, you'll get access to that. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I love doing it. I actually really enjoy doing these. I'm going to try and do these like every couple of months or so, because we've got so many new people joining us. And yeah, thanks again. I hope I'll see you on the membership platform. And it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, you can go on there even in the 10 days, go for the nutrition talks, learn all the stuff you need to do, and then finish. It's absolutely fine to do that. My goal is to help as many people as possible. So if this helps you and this will help you, that's what it's for. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go through some of the comments. If you want to log off, you can do that. Love you guys, and I will speak to you soon. Ooh, this is where the presentation could cut. I'm going to check through the comments, see how we're all doing. Boom. Okay. I think I was fast on that, right? I got through that stuff pretty quickly. I mean, it wasn't as quick as I wanted. It was at 8:25. I tried to finish by 8:10. Okay. Sheila, thanks so much. Such great feedback from you guys. Yeah, we're on a 16 and 4 challenge. We're on week 2. Come on, team. Week 2 starts tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Why not? Let's do that. Guys, I'm going to log out there. Thank you so much. Love you, and I'll speak to you soon.